Good morning, thrifters. Happy Monday. Welcome to Ship Your Flip with Marie. I have a nice selection of things going out today, so hopefully you guys will learn some things about shipping. If you have any questions, first of all, if you're watching live and you see that little live right there, post live on the bottom. If you're watching a replay, please hashtag replay. And then I can come back and say hi to you. So anyway, let's get started. So this was one of the first things. So this is a Paurensis Build-A-Bear. Anybody who doesn't know Build-A-Bear, just look for this on the paw. These are the newer ones. The older ones don't have this on the paw, but they all have a Build-A-Bear tag. It says Build-A-Bear. These ones are new with tags. This is from my personal collection. I actually used to collect Build-A-Bear. I can spot a Build-A-Bear a mile away. This is the last one I have of these. I paid $5 for them. I did buy them brand new. I bought them on clearance many, many years ago on their website. Bought a whole bunch of them. They were my cheerleader bears for my NFL collection that I had. And sold it for $26.94. My fees were $4.71. That it does include a promoted listing fee. And so my total is, my net profit is $17.23 less shipping, which should be only about $5. This is really, really light. This one is not stuffed very much. There just so that you guys are aware, for Build-A-Bears, there is stitching in the back. And if you just spread it open, you'll see it. You can snip that stitching. Good morning, Nick. You can snip the stitching. You can remove the stuffing. You can wash the bear, most of them. And you can ship them unstuffed if somebody wishes, for less. It won't take up as much space, and they're much lighter. And they can bring them back to any Build-A-Bear, and Build-A-Bear will restuff them for free. So that's an option for those of you who didn't know, or if you find a Build-A-Bear that has smush on it, but you look it up and it's a good one, please look them up. Don't just assume because it's Build-A-Bear. This is just like Disney. Just because it's Disney does not mean it will sell. Just because it's Build-A-Bear does not mean it will sell. Please look them up. You will learn, or just do some research. Just do Build-A-Bear, go to Solds, and then just look at the ones and put it in the format from highest to lowest, and you will see over and over the same ones over and over. So you'll know which ones to look for when you are shopping. This one, again, this one's not a big seller. I've had it for a while, but I kept it because it was new with tags. So anyway, so let's get her shipped out. And she's pretty easy. I just, again, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, I put everything in clear poly bags first. Why do I do that? Because we don't know where in the nation it is going, where in the world it is going. And just because I'm in Arizona and it's not raining here doesn't mean it isn't storming or snowing somewhere else. And the last thing I want is for a box to get stuck on somebody's porch and get wet and then have the item ruined. And does it happen very often? No. Does it happen? Yes. So we're going to do that. And then that one I'm just going to put into a poly bag because it's very light. Some people will put them in boxes, but I'm just going to stick her in a poly bag. So that's my Build-A-Bear. That's my first one. And doggone it, look at that again. I ran out of my... Dang it, I do this every week. Why do I not just have a new one open every week? So these are my thank you cards. Most people don't have them. That's fine. I just choose to do it for myself. And it just says, thank you for your purchase. And we hope you enjoy your items, and Pixie Dust Treasures. I'm Pixie Dust Treasures, or really close to that, on all platforms. So I'm getting ready to change my logo though, but I got quite a, well, I only have maybe a couple hundred cards left. So, all right, so we'll put that one aside. Next, we have some girls' Heelys. I just got these a few weeks ago. They were brand new in the box. They're little girls' Heelys. They're actually dual Heelys. Good morning, Sarah. And I got these for $10 at a garage sale. And they sold for $52.94. The fees were $7.20. So my net profit is $35.74 less shipping. Remember, eBay, I can't do the shipping ahead of time. so I don't have that cost for you. But these, depending where they're going, they're most are going to cost us like $12.95 for me. They'll probably be less. I can always ship them UPS or FedEx if I need to, if it's that big of a savings. So I'm just putting some cushioning in the box there. I am going to put the box inside of a bag. Again, the same type of thing. I just don't want it to get wet. Clear bag. There we go. Now I gotta find a box for that. Oh, here we go. I think we have some boxes. And for those of you who have an eBay store, eBay did just come out with some shoebox sizes that are almost identical to the USPS priority box shoebox. So that's a new size for them. You know what? I'm not going to use this tape. You guys know I don't like really using plastic tape here in Arizona. It tends to often come off. It gets loose. I mean, the glue from the heat sometimes comes off. So I do have a paper tape dispenser here. And this is just that kind of braided tape that you'll see like on Amazon boxes and stuff. It's pretty easy to use, so just like that. So let's see how this box fits in here and how much space I have around it. Oh, there really isn't hardly any space. So I'll just put a piece of tissue paper down the side to shove in there. Put my thank you card inside. I'll put a couple more pieces of tissue paper. Actually, I'm just going to use a big piece of newsprint. Just a space filler. And then this will get closed up. I'm not going to close it up right now because I don't ever want to forget what's in it, since I don't want to waste time in going over the computer and coming back every time. So I'm putting all my eBay stuff aside, and I will actually do the shipping later. But I'm not going to close anything because I want to make sure I know what it is. All right, here was another sale from the weekend. This is a Nike skort. For those of you who don't know what a skort is, it is a skirt with shorts attached underneath of it. I do really well with the athletic one. So Nike, Joe Fit, Tail activewear is really good for me. So put those brands down. So this was a Nike skort. I paid $3 for it. It sold for $20.95. My fees were $3.25. So my net profit is $14.70 minus shipping. This should cost about $4.75. So I should net about $10. You guys, they're not all going to be big. And that's fine. But you know what? If I can spend $3 and you're going to give me a $10 bill and it's 100% profit, so actually you're giving me $14 back, so I get the 10% profit, then you know what? I think that's doing pretty good. All right, I did close this one up on accident, but that's okay. I know what's in here. So that's it. Again, these are all eBay logoed shipping supplies. If you have an eBay store, then you have a coupon. Unless it's the $4.70 store, you don't have a coupon. But anyone from Basic up, you get a quarterly coupon for shipping supplies. So don't forget to use it. All right. Next we have some Sam Edelman shoes. Yes, they are leather. They are wood on the bottom. They're brand new. Guess where I got these? Yep, last chance. You're right. If you said last chance. Okay, so these cost me $9.97. They sold for $61.95. My fees were $10.74. $2.02 of that was a promoted fee. So my net profit is $41.24 minus any shipping. They're probably going to cost $10 to $12 to ship depending on where they're going. So, and they do not have a box with them. So let me see if they will fit in here. And it looks like they Oh, I don't think that they will fit in this one. I'm going to get a different box. You gotta have an assortment of boxes, you guys. If you don't have an assortment of boxes, you should. If you are local to Phoenix, I would highly suggest Grainger. That's where I get most of my boxes. If you live closer to the Phoenix area, good for you, because I don't want to pay for shipping them, so I order quite a few different sizes at a time and then just go and pick them up. It takes a few days for them to get them in, and sometimes they're not all ready at the same time. So depending where you are in the Phoenix area, I pick mine up at the Gilbert location. But they often have to get the boxes from the Phoenix location. So if you're in the Phoenix area, get them there. That's the best. I think you'll have the least amount of wait time if you are in Phoenix. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer questions as long as I can see them come across. So now I am just putting them in their bags. You can put them in individual bags or you can do the same bag. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put these ones in the same bag because the box is fairly large, but I couldn't fit it in a smaller box, so that's what I would have loved to have. But because of the type of heel and stuff, they just take up too much space. Oops, that didn't work that well, did it? Let's just add another piece here. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do a video later of, we went to an auction, and I will have to, I can't wait to share that with you guys. It was nuts, and I'll show you some things. But I'm going to do that on a separate video a little bit later today. So right now I'm still redoing a lot of my inventory, trying to catch up with making sure I have all the best descriptions. I'm redoing old inventory, making sure everything is listed, redoing descriptions, moving photos, changing around titles, especially for things that were older and haven't sold yet. So this is a bit larger box than I would have liked, and I could resize the end of it for about 2 extra inches, but I'm not going to worry about it. Hopefully, I'm hoping this is going to like California. That would be great. Texas, Nevada. My luck, it's going to New York and Rhode Island, but all right. So that's it for that one. Again, I'm not closing them up because I still have to go to ship, and I want to make sure that I have everything, that I know what's inside of it. Alrighty, so this is a blanket. If you guys are not selling blankets, let me tell you about blankets. So I have a whole bunch of blankets that I haven't listed yet, but if you are looking, Arizona is a great place for blankets. It's a great place for coats because people move here and they don't need them anymore. So this is a throw. This is a lap throw. This one cost me $5. It sold for $31.95. The fees were $4.70. So my net profit is $22.25 minus shipping. It's probably going to cost about $7 to $8 to ship this. So I will probably be around the $14 to $15 mark when I am done with this. Again, not everything is big, guys. It's great when it is. My daughter this weekend had the biggest sale. She passed mine. So my biggest sale before was a jacket that I sold for $695, and I bought at Goodwill for $12.95. And let me tell you, she got something this weekend at that auction. She didn't even sell it. She sold it on a Facebook group. So if you buy something that's specialized and you don't know a lot about it, search Facebook and look for groups that specialize in it. Hers was American Girl. Some of you have probably heard of that. But hers was American Girl. She didn't really know much about the American Girl doll that she had. But anyway, you're going to have to tune in later and I'll tell you about that. Because it's a whole story in itself, and I don't want it to be stuck in the middle of this shipping, of the ship stuff here. So, all right. So there's the blanket. It's in a plastic bag, and then it's going inside a logoed eBay bag. And yes, they have all different sizes, so check out their thing. They add new things all the time. You just never know what you're going to get. And then when it gets closer to the end of the month, or the end of the quarter when your shipping supply ends. I mean, your coupon is getting ready to expire. They run out of a lot of things. So don't wait until the very end to order your stuff. All right, this I just got not too long ago. So this is a Wilson, this is a skirt. Oh, no, this is a skirt as well. So this is a Wilson skirt. But look, guys. It is new with tags. So I paid $3 for this. I sold it for $40.94. The fees are $5.80. So my net profit is $32.14 minus shipping. This is less than a pound. This is going to cost about between $5 and $6 to ship. So I'm still going to net over $25 on this. So again, to me, that's a pretty good one. I'll trade you $3 for $32 any day. Less the shipping, so $28, whatever. So again, I just put it into a clear bag. These are all on Amazon. I'm working on getting an Amazon link for you guys that has all the supplies that I use and some of the ones that I have used. There's other things that you guys should probably, I need to do some other types of videos besides just shipping. Like how to take stickers off and things like that. My husband did a thing last week. I'm cleaning a purse. I just haven't posted it yet, but the purse looked freaking phenomenal. All right, so talk about variety. These I bought last year at Walmart on their clearance. It cost me $2 whole. These were 75 cents a piece. Yes, these are liquid. I'm going to show you what you need to do with liquid. These are snow cone things. And then this is the Kool-Aid snow cone thing. So they bought the whole set. The whole set cost me $2. It sold for $25. I'm actually including the shipping on this. So the fees were $3.50. So my net profit is $19.50 minus shipping. It's going to cost probably about $8 or $9 to ship this. They are heavy, but it's small. And it's going to go ground. And let me tell you guys, whenever you're shipping liquid, there's a few things you need to always do. First of all, where did my tape go? Always take tape, especially if you have a lid, and tape around the top of the lid. And that will help prevent anything. Now these ones are sealed as well, but I do this with hairspray. When I have sold a lot of hairspray. I always tape around the top of the lid with just regular Scotch tape to help with that. You need to have any liquids, you need to have them contained in a bag in case they leak. So I'm going to put them first. Oh, I got to open. Oh, look at this. I'm going to wrap them in each individually in some bubble wrap. Yes, they are plastic bottles. These are not glass bottles, but I'm still going to wrap them in bubble wrap. And then after they're bubble wrapped, okay, that's a little bit overkill, Marie. Don't need that much bubble wrap. There we go. And then I'm going to put them each into their own individual bag. And this, again, is just to save them from, in case they leak, it will not leak out into the box and cause a problem. Now, the other thing that you need to do, how many of you guys have been to the post office? What's the question they ask you? Do you have anything liquid, fragile, or potentially hazardous? Well, guess what? This is a liquid. But you don't have to go to the post office, but you can still choose in eBay or Pirate Ship, whichever one you choose to use. There is an option that says, is the item hazardous? And even though this isn't really hazardous because it's liquid, you push that, you say, yes, there is. It will kind of ask you, there's a couple different options from you to choose from as to what type of product it is. And I'm pretty sure that one of them is just like liquids. And it says like hair gels and things like that. I mean, it's not going to say Kool-Aid drinking, snow cone stuff. But anything that has the liquid in it. And I choose that. And then it's going to print out a label that has a big H on it. And it just means, and it's going to make it so that it has to go ground transportation. And why you want it to go ground transportation, because when it's in the air, it's going to cause a lot of pressure, and that's when things explode. Ground has a lot less tendency to do that. Does it take a little longer? Absolutely. But it gets there safer. It won't make a mess. So that is why we do that. And that is what you should do as well. So anything that has liquid in it, do your best to seal up everything as best as possible. Put it in bags and make sure you're using that hazardous label. If you don't know where to find it, feel free to message me. They have it on eBay. You have to look for it. They also have it on Pirate Ship. You have to look for it, but it is there. They don't just scream it. You gotta know where to find it. Let's put these in here. Oh, you know what? I might have to use a different bag, a different box. I don't know if this is gonna fit. I don't think this is gonna fit in this box. See, that happens sometimes. So we'll put that down there because I'm probably gonna have something else. But this one will. This is a 12 by 6 by 6. Let's see if this guy will fit in there. Let's give this one a shot. If not, we'll try another one. Whoop. Cut it off. We all go through this. Sometimes you grab a box and you think it's going to fit, and it doesn't. So you got to switch it up. All right. So this guy goes sideways. Oh, this might not fit either. Really? All right. So 12 by 6 by 6 doesn't fit. How about 12 by 10 by 8? That's a bit overkill, but that just might be what I have to use. No, that's too short. Okay. What is this one? Nope, that's not going to work. All right, we're just going to go with the bigger one. You know what I didn't check? I didn't check behind me. Oh, look at that. There's an Amazon box that might work. Look at this right behind me in my good boxes pile. All right, let's give this one a shot. Put some space filler in here. Put a liquid. Put a liquid. This guy goes, yep, that guy goes sideways. Perfect. But I am going to put him into a bag really quick. Because again, I don't want anything to happen to him. I'm out of one size bag, and it's the bag I use most. So now I got to go a little bit bigger because I can't go smaller. Luckily, these are not like a collectible item or anything. If they were, I would probably package them a little bit differently. But those should be just fine. Put my thank you card in the top. I might actually put a piece of, there's a little bit of space in the top here, so give it a little bit of cushion. Oh, we've got a label already on here, so I got to take a black marker. This has got our personal information, so we're going to mark all that out. Anytime you have barcodes, you guys, make sure you mark them out. Especially, you need to mark them out going up and down. If you go across, they can still be scanned. You have to block that barcode from being scanned again. Now, they used paper tape. I'm not going to use it. You know, I think my paper tape just jammed up because of the way I pulled the last piece out. So I'm going to use the regular one right now. But I know what's in here, so we're good. All right. So there it is. This is my liquid one. I'm going to get this marked hazard. If you guys are just joining me and you selling liquid, rewind this when it's over. And it will show you, it tells you exactly what you need to do to get a hazard label so that it goes ground. All right, now let's move on to Poshmark. I actually did pretty good on Poshmark this week too, guys. So first thing we have is, if you guys don't recognize this print, this is Lily Pulitzer. Pulitzer, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I say Pulitzer. This is a nice dress. I got this at a local thrift shop, it's actually a consignment shop. I paid $10 for it. It sold for $80. My fee was $16. It is Poshmark. I don't have to worry about additional shipping costs. The buyer pays all of the shipping costs. So my actual profit on this one dress is $54. Now, again, for those of you who are not selling on Poshmark but want to, you should. Especially if you're doing clothing. They do sell more than clothing, and you'll see that in a moment, because I do have more than just clothing, even from Poshmark this week. But everything on Poshmark, most everything, they did just add some ground shipping for like electronics and stuff, but most Poshmark sells or ships priority mail. You can use any priority mail packaging, which is free from USPS. It goes up to anything up to 5 pounds. And right here, if you look at the bottom of the label, I know it's backwards probably for you guys, but if you look at the bottom of the label, it literally says Poshmark shippers are authorized to use all priority mail packaging, including flat rate and regional rate packaging through zones of local and 1 through 8. So all flat rate, you can use any flat rate thing. Now, I could put it in this, but you know what? It's an $80 dress, guys. So I'm going to choose to, it doesn't cost me anything different. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in a box for the lady, my buyer. Would it fit in the bag? Yes, absolutely. It would fit in a padded envelope. Why am I choosing not to? Because it's $80. And it's going to be more protected in this, and I think she's going to like like the packaging more. I really care a lot about my packaging. If you guys didn't see my little video earlier that I created, I'm just learning how to do the video stuff. But I did one that had quite a few of my feedback, and it was and a lot of it, and it was all regarding my shipping. So if you are interested in that, just scroll back on the page, and it is there. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to ship this out. Yes, I am taping the ends of the boxes. Why do I do that when they already stick? Because in Arizona, often they tend to loosen up from the heat and become loose, and things can fall out. Now, because I don't have to worry about the cost of shipping because it's prepaid for by the customer and Poshmark, I have all my labels already ready. So I can now put my label on that one. So again, that was a Lilly Pulitzer dress, and my actual net profit is $54 on that. Next, we have a beaded dress. I've had this one for a little while, so I did lower the price on it. It's pretty heavy. It is a fully beaded dress. You can see this. I got this one at Last Chance. I kind of don't usually do clothes at Last Chance, but I was for a little while. I was really into the dresses because I'm like, this is so cool. But when you get home and you got to figure out how to measure dresses and stuff, not so cool. So I try to stay away from the dresses now. Probably my least favorite thing to sell is the dresses. But this was a beaded dress. I paid $6.19 for it. It was at the 80% off. It sold for $38. The fee was $7.60. And so my net profit was $24.21. And again, this is a heavy one. I actually, because of the beads and stuff, I actually packaged it in a plastic bag. So I don't need to repackage that one. Let's see. I am going to, again, now, you know what? I'll probably put this in a padded envelope. Let's see if it slides in there nicely. If not, I can put it in the box. And I don't want to shove it in there. A lot of them will just slide, but because of the way I have this folded, it may or may not. Let's see how it does. Yeah, there we go. Slid right in there very nicely. And I already have this marked on the back, which labels go to which, because I printed out all my labels earlier. Whoop, I didn't put my thank you card in there. Or did I? No, I did not. And if I did, then there's two of them. Oh, and for those of you who watched last week, that label that I had lost, I rewatched my video back, and it was literally sitting right here, and when I went and pulled something, I saw it fall on the floor. So that's where it was. It was on the floor. It was not stuck inside the package. I did find it. This is going to Illinois. So there we go. That one is all ready to go. That was pretty heavy. But it's still not over 5 pounds, so I don't have to worry about it. You can sell things over 5 pounds on Poshmark, but you have to pay the difference. And that will come out of your profits. So next I have some Nike leggings. These are kind of, they're like almost like neoprene leggings. In fact, I think they are neoprene leggings. And they have like this little rubber studs on them. I paid $6.39 for these. And they sold for $30. The fee was $6 and my net profit is $17.61. And dang it, I need that one size of bag that I don't have. So I guess I know what I'm ordering today. Come on, get off my finger. All right. These will be interesting because they have this little rubber on them. So let's see how easily they can slide into a bag. Oh, not too bad at all. All right. So into the plastic bag they go. And then these ones, again, Poshmark. I'm going to go ahead and put these into the padded flat rate envelope. Drop in a thank you card. Seal that bad boy up. And look at that. It's ready to go. Here is the label for my Nike leggings. This is going to North Carolina. That one's done. Next, we're on the last page here. Oh, we got 2 things left. So, this is a Vans flag. Vans is a shoe brand, and they have a Vans store. Most of you have probably heard from those. Very lightweight. I bought 3 of them at the Goodwill. They were $2.79 a piece. I just need to get rid of them. They don't take up much space, but I hadn't sold any yet, so I had them up for, I think, $15 or $17, and somebody offered me $12. So I'm like, yep, sure, take it. I just want to get it out of here. So I sold them for $12. The fees on Poshmark, the lowest fees that they will have is $2.95. So anything under $15, they charge you $2.95. So my net profit was only $6 on this, $6.26. But again, it's $6.26. I did 10 cents I didn't have before, and I only paid, I said, $2.79 for them, so that's fine. And then I have one more thing. So here is my label. Where is this one going to? This one's going to Indiana, Batesville, Indiana. And then look at, here's, so I talked about not selling clothing on Poshmark, right? Look at this. We all know what this is, right? These are vintage Little People, Fisher-Price Little People. So I had this bag. I've had this for, oh my gosh, I probably had this for at least a year, honestly, guys. I'm like, oh my gosh, if somebody ever sends me a bid on it that's reasonable, that I'm not losing money, I'm just going to get rid of it. Because this took up some space in a box. So I really wanted to get rid of it. And so somebody sent me an offer. How much did I pay for it? I paid $5 for it. Somebody sent me an offer for $29. And I went, yep, I'm taking that. Especially on Poshmark, since I don't have to pay additional for shipping. The fees were $5.80. And my net profit is $18.20. So I've had this over a year. And it's been listed and relisted. And so it was time for it to go. Time for it to go. It is under 5 pounds. Actually, it's only about 3 something. I was concerned it was going to be over 5, but it's not. So it's already been stored in the plastic. So now I'm just kind of lining the box with some stuff here to hopefully make it so it doesn't rattle quite as much. Again, this is a priority box. This one might even be flat rate. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, this one is a medium flat rate box. So again, you can use any priority boxes at all. Doesn't matter if it's flat rate or not. You're not going to get charged a flat rate. The post office is not going to charge you. I put a copy of the label, the Poshmark label, in my last video. There's also a letter that Poshmark has for the post office, because there was a lot of people that were having issues when they would go to the post office, and the post office would say, nope, this is flat rate, you can't use it. In fact, I even had one of my mail carriers come back to my door and say, this is flat rate, you can't use this label. And I said, yes, I can. And I showed them the letter, and I showed them this, and they're like, oh, didn't know that. But now the post office has updated their system. At least here they have. They literally have a thing that has Poshmark. So they just push a button to show that it is Poshmark. So it automatically lets them know that we can use any priority, and then they scan this label as well. So this is going to Inwood, Iowa. And now it's all done. So, all right, guys, that's all my shipping for today. I think I had 11. Did I have 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Oh, I had 12. I had 12. My husband, I think, had 8 or 9. And then my daughter, I don't know how many she had. She didn't have a lot on eBay, Poshmark, or she only sells primarily on eBay, but she didn't really have a lot of sales on eBay, but she had a lot of sales through PayPal, where she went into a Facebook group that specialized in American Girl, which is where she bought this. She bought a lot of American Girl at an auction. Like I said, I'll do a separate video on that later today. And she sold quite a few things in there. So I think she shipped most of them. Oh yeah, there they are there. 1, 2, 3. And then I see there's another big box over here, 4. That's the good box. But anyway, I'll tell you guys about that later. So, good morning, Sarah. Go back and watch it. Sorry, we're just finishing up. I had 12 things though, all kind of different. So, go back and watch it, and I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I will get to your questions, and be watching later today, for the video of what my daughter got at the auction. And I'll show you the things that I got as well. My husband only got one thing, so probably won't show you his, but anyway, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.